Capricorn, this is your February 2025 month ahead reading. So let's see what the angels, spirit guides, and your ancestors have to say for you for the month of, the Chariot. All right, we have the Chariot. Capricorn, are you taking off this month? Are you spearheading a new project? Or I'm feeling this energy of you finally got the thing that you've been grinding forever for. I'm talking 12 plus years been grinding for. And I feel like February is the very beginning where you're in the driver's seat. You finally get to sit in the driver's seat. You finally get to take the reins. And you're about to turn that engine on or crack those reins and take off. Now, I am being told something about your intuition. I am being told of don't forget your intuition. Don't forget your intuition. Capricorn, I know that for you guys really work hard. And you guys will keep your nose down to the grindstone for a very long time. And I think when you are looking at your work for so long, you forget that your intuition will also tell you when to strike. And I think that's what you're being asked. I think that's what you're being asked to do in February, and I think that's what you're being tested to do. I feel like the universe is giving you the thing that you've been working so hard towards or manifesting towards. And the universe is like, all right, cool. Here's the keys, sit in the driver's seat. Okay, cool. Here are the reins to the carriage or the chariot. You know, and the universe is kind of sit like off to the side in the passenger seat being like, okay, so what you gonna do? And I think February is the month where you don't realize that this is also a test of, are you staying true to you? Have you forgotten that your intuition will also carry you there the way? You know, what happens if you go on this journey and you lose your map? You're going to have to literally rely on your intuition. And if you haven't practiced using your intuition in a really long time, you will very much stay lost. You will create more work for yourself that you don't want to do when we work this hard to get to this place. So I think that's really, really, really interesting. So let's see what the card has to say. Who's driving your life? Make sure you are the one making the decisions. This is about you and your choices. This is not the time to rely on others. Life can pull you in more than one direction. Now is the time to get back on track. Where are you heading? Plan your course. I love that. I love that. All right, let's get you some symbolism cards. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have, actually, that's not the first one. This is the first one. We have eagle, bear. We have, not door, I saw it. We have apple. We have mountain. We have technology. We have soap. We have palm tree, and we have rainbow. So these are your signs, symbols, or additional information to let you know what's going on. So first and foremost, we have eagle. When I think of eagle, oh my gosh, so many synchronicities. It's almost like when I do a reading for the last sign, some major symbolism is bleeding into the next sign, which is so crazy. It's so symbolic of literally the constellations, but here we are. The first thing I heard when I saw the eagle is make sure that you are looking at everything from a bird's eye view. Don't look at things from the ground if you have wings to fly, right? It's kind of like, what is the point of staying on the ground when you have wings to fly? Meaning, like, don't waste the privileges or the resources available to you to get to your destination because you only want to focus on one way to get there. Really deep. Oh my gosh, crazy. So I am being told that look at things from a bird's eye view, which also correlates to looking at the entire lay of the land. Look at things differently because you might see something you've never seen before. You might catch a glimpse of something that you wouldn't have seen at eye level. And I think this is calling to your crown chakra and your third eye. Because when I think of eagles and looking at things from a bird's eye view, which is very high up looking down, when I think about the elevation of that in the body, that's your crown and your third eye. So I do think you are being asked to, right before you crack that whip on the horses or you put your foot on the gas or you take off because you've been so ready for this. You've been for a very long time, and rightfully so, and you want to just get on with it. I do think you are being asked by the universe to just briefly pause. I'm talking seconds. Luckily for you, the universe is like, I don't even want it to be minutes, but just seconds, just a few seconds longer to all the way up to a couple more minutes before you make that decision, before you decide to take off. Make sure you just take a moment to check in with yourself, activate your crown chakra, activate your third eye. You know, it's kind of like I'm seeing a pilot. So I used to be a flight attendant. And before we do a new flight, pilots would, like when we change pilots, the new pilots would have to get in the cockpit, get adjusted in the cockpit, you know, get familiar with the aircraft that they're flying and just kind of recalibrate, just remind themselves of like, okay, and let me be clear, Capricorn, I want you to Google the inside of a cockpit and I want you to see how many buttons are in a cockpit, right? Imagine that this is your life. This new thing that you finally got blessed with is you sitting in the cockpit of that plane and you've been in airline school or you've been in pilot school forever. You need to remind yourself, just take a minute to review every single button. Review where every single button is before you decide to start flying this plane. Do test checks. Check everything before you take off, because the last thing you want is to be working all these years and in your borderline desperation meets excitement because you're just so over with the prep period that you take off and you miss something important and it fails miserably. And I don't want that for you, because you are honestly, you are one of my favorite signs. Every single one of the signs is my favorite, but like I told a couple of other signs, you guys are my favorite for different reasons. You guys are my favorite because you guys get shit done. Point blank. If I want something done, like if I want a project done, or if I want to be reminded of why I need to go to the gym, I just call a Capricorn friend and they whip me back into shape and then we get on with it. We get it done, no matter how long it takes. Point blank, to give you guys insight, it has taken me 10 days to film these videos. I cannot tell you how many times I've recorded different videos for my first set of videos. And today I just woke up and I was like, no, we're finishing this. We're doing this because we are committing to the goal that we've worked really, really hard on for many, many, many years. So that's what I'm being told with the eagle. So if you see eagles, you dream of eagles, or you go to if you see eagles or dream of eagles, just know that this is a sign that you need to pull back real quick, test check everything, test check your cockpit, get out of the plane, walk around the plane, make sure everything with the plane is good, make sure that every turbine is good, make sure you got fuel, just make sure you got everything. You're no longer in the study and experience phase. You're about to take your first flight. You're about to fly your first plane as an official pilot. And we want to make sure that that first flight is successful. And we want to make sure that every flight after that is only going to be better. Now, bears. I am hearing fear. I'm hearing fear. So for those of you who feel that the time has come and the sparkly excitement has worn off and now you're feeling a sense of fear, I need you to be the bear to your fear and scare your own fear away. I need you to be big. I need you to be bigger than your fear. I need you to be more scary than your fear. And I need you to roar. I need you to literally be a bear to your own fear. So simply put, if you see bears, or if you want to build confidence, is also what I'm hearing, get bear items. You know, a button with a bear on it, a bear cookie or a bear patch, or watching bears or seeing bears or carrying like a bear charm or something like that, or a teddy bear even. I don't care what type of bear it is, but that's going to help boost your confidence in the month of February to keep calm and carry on with this. I'm being told for you guys to eat more apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. When I first pulled your card out, I felt a sense of like bodily weakness. Like, I think you guys have been working so hard. You guys have been burning that midnight oil, baby. You guys have been burning that midnight oil to get to this place that you're kind of looking and feeling a little bit malnourished. Go get you an apple. Whenever you go to this new job thing, whatever this thing is that you just got blessed with, bring an apple with you. Eat an apple every day. Keep the doctor away. Very simple stuff. Okay, I'm seeing a mountain. I am letting you know that you think you're going to have to scale another mountain when in truth you don't realize you're actually standing on a mountain looking at another one. What I mean by this is you did it. Congratulations. You literally reached a mountain that you didn't realize that you had already hit that summit, and you're so high now that you can see another mountain. Please give yourself a moment to applaud yourself for that. For those of you who feel like, oh man, now I gotta climb up another mountain, hun, life is all about summits and climbs. Summits and climbs. We're gonna be climbing and summiting our entire life to our last breath. But the coolest thing about Capricorn is you guys have the consistency, the determination, the discipline, and the ambition to still keep doing it every single time. You don't look at a mountain and cry like some other signs I know. You don't look at a mountain and throw a fit like some other from the signs I know. You guys look at the mountain and you go, well, that sucks. Okay, let me get my gear going. Let me check the weather. And you strategically plan when it's best to divide and conquer this mountain. And this is why you always do. Whenever you see mountains, just know that you're evolving, you're elevating, you're doing great. I will also say for some of you, the first place you should go after getting this dream thing, whether it's, I'm hearing a dream job or dream admittance into school, is go to the mountains. Or the location of this job or career or whatever this opportunity is, I think it's near a mountainous place. So definitely want to let you know that. We have technology. Capricorns, some of you are a little old school and you're not very fond of wanting to get with the times. I have some good news and I have some bad news for you. For those of you who have skills from the industrial ages to now that you just can't find those skills anymore that make really good crafted quality items, make sure you always practice those skills. Don't ever let those skills go away, because I can promise you in this lifetime, before you pass, you will be called upon to mentor a new generation that want to bring that back. Bring that craft back. Now, for the other half of you, you're gonna have to get with the times. Technology, if you fight technology, you will fall behind. If you can get with the times and get on board with the technology, you are going to go a lot faster and a lot farther in life. What a time to be alive. Soap, point blank, please take care of your hygiene. just that simple. Literally, Spirit is like, whenever you see soap, I want you to clean your hands before you start a new project. You know, Capricorn, and I think a lot of people actually, not just Capricorns, but I feel like Capricorn, you guys get so like 8 of Pentacles, like very like nose to the grindstone, to the point where you don't even wash your hands. And I'm not saying y'all are nasty, but what I'm saying is like, you guys burn yourself out so badly that you don't take care of yourself on basic levels of human functioning. And one of them is hygiene. One of them is washing your butt. But also soap reminds us that the best quality work that we should start with is from a clean slate. So with this, Capricorn, I want you to go into this new thing that you've been blessed with knowing that you have all this knowledge, but approach it as a clean slate. Last but not least, we have palm tree. To me, palm tree for you is you are the representation of the palm tree. The palm tree is resilient. It is one of the most resilient trees on earth. I mean, this is a tree that will withstand tsunamis. And I'm not talking like a 30-foot tsunami. I'm talking like these trees will be absolutely raged upon. 100-foot tsunamis at 500 miles per hour or whatever. And they will still survive. They have deep roots. These trees are resilient, and so are you. Not only are you resilient, but you can survive off of very little resources. And I just want to remind you that in those moments where you are questioning yourself, just know that you are going to be just fine. It is just a small drought. It is not forever, and we will get through it. And if anything, you inspire others to embrace a more palm tree-like way of life, which is when you finally get resources, you absorb all those resources and you preserve them for those drought moments so that you can keep calm and carry on. Capricorn, I'm so happy for you. I love this. We have rainbows. If you see rainbows, or if you wear rainbows, or you just embrace rainbow-like energy, just know that this is symbolic in 2 ways. One, you're bridging to the next stage of your life. You've already pushed through the clouds and the storm. Now you get to enjoy the rainbow. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You get to see yourself bridging into something new, and you absolutely deserve that. So I really do love this for you. Let's get you some context with some tea leaf cards. Ooh, here we go. We have Caterpillar, We have the sun, a lobster, and a wheel. Man, you and Scorpio are going through a transformative experience. I love this for you guys. You guys, I think if any of all the signs, you two absolutely deserve amazing transformations and amazing rewards. I mean, you guys are constantly going through stuff. Point blank, you're in the Rainbow Bridge era. You're transforming. You're no longer a caterpillar. You're about to blossom into a full-blown butterfly soon. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Again, I resonate this with the palm tree. When you hit those lull moments in your new chapter of like feeling triggered as if you're going to have to do another 12-year cycle, or these long cycles of not being able to do the thing that you want to do, remind yourself that you've already done it once and you've learned from that resilience of how to reserve your resources, of staying focused on the goal at hand and sticking through this test of time. Because at the end of a rainbow is the sun. I really do feel that this new chapter is going to be so wonderful and so very much welcomed. You guys absolutely deserve this. The month of February is going to be a very, very sunny, very joyous outlook for you this month. I think I just don't have anything negative to say. I love this for you. This is probably my favorite reading of all the ones that I've done so far. We have the wheel. When I think of the wheel, this ties back to the Chariot. You are 100% starting something new and getting something new. You are definitely getting emotion. I'm also hearing that some of you might start traveling. You Capricorns, if you have not, and I'm not hearing like vacations. I'm literally hearing like pilgrimages, like long vacations, like traveling the world. If you've been wanting to travel, this month is a good month to do it. Like take the entire month to go travel. You got the green light to do it. Or if you're not in that position where you can do that, I think the month of February is where you're going to start planning a very long trip that you absolutely deserve. And I think it's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I don't really get that energy for you. I'm going to be honest. So we don't resonate. We're going to leave that. And then we have lobster. For some of you, when you start this new venture, you might find yourself in a new financial pickle. And I don't see you guys making a financial mistake. I think whatever this financial pinch is, it's definitely temporary. I'm hearing 2 weeks. So I'm hearing that you might have got hired or promoted or whatever this new opportunity thing is in transition of pay periods. So for about 2 weeks, you might be feeling that your money is a little bit pinched, and that's okay. That's okay. This is temporary. It's completely fine. I am being told that right now is not the time to have lobster. The time right now is to preserve your lobster. Save your lobster for a different day. Now is not the time to indulge. Now is the time to buckle down and to save your little coins. But it's going to pass in about 2 weeks. Let's get you your weekly cards for the month of February. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Tower. We have 3 of Swords. And we have the King of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So although these cards are quite dark, holy cow, I'm actually still getting a very lightness. I'm getting a very much like past decisions that you have made put you in past circumstances that you're now going to be coming out of in February. I am getting that very, very strongly for a good half of you. The other half of you, so if you're still in this reading, by the way, and you are the group that I'm about to describe right now as ignoring my advice of pausing for the cause before you decide to crack on the whips or put your foot on the gas, this is not going to be a fun time for you this month. So let me start with a group of you that this has already happened. I'm hearing this happened in December of last year, and now you're kind of dealing with the fallout. Last year, you felt really trapped. I'm going to say for 8 solid months last year, or the last 8 months, you have been feeling really, really trapped. You have been feeling like, dang, am I actually going to get out of this? Do I know how to get out of this? Should I get out of this? I've been working on this for so long that I actually really do not know what is going to happen next. I have good news for you. The first week of February, you're being freed from this energy. You're being freed from this energy. You decided to listen to your intuition, and although the world around you, like audio and visual is it sounds crazy and chaotic, you listen to your intuition to let guide you out of this. So if we look at this is a woman that is loosely bound and she's blinded. So the way I look at this is you've been grinding and grinding and grinding to the point where you kind of are like in a daze, and you found yourself bounded to this task at hand on top of the external world's problems, and you're like, man, I really don't know how to get out of this. This is why you're being asked to pause for the cause before you take off on this next project without tapping into your intuition, because there is a way for you to get out of this if you listen to your gut instinct and you listen to your intuition. This woman is stepping on a small creek, and this creek is going to guide her out of all of this. But she has to be deeply in tune with herself to know, to let her senses know that there's a flowing creek here that will, if she follows the flowing creek, even if she's blind or in a daze, she can find her way out of this safely. And I think that's what you're doing, what you're processing this first week of February, is walking out of this safely. The second week of February is you are dealing with something really traumatic between September and December of last year. It was really, really horrible for you. It was really horrible for you, and you really do have my condolences and my sympathies. I am so sorry that you went through whatever you went through. You felt like this event or this person, place, or thing just absolutely betrayed you. Just absolutely betrayed you. You feel very betrayed, and you felt like you were in ruin, and this is why leading up to the first week of February, you really did feel trapped, because this thing happened and it made you feel like, wow, okay, what, like, is this even worth it anymore? What's going to happen next? Here's the best part. The bad part already happened. It happened, Capricorn. Like we're at ground zero. And now that the thing happened and the dust is settling, we can start to see, as the dark clouds move on past our line of sight, there is still a whole world out there. There is still a whole world out there that's calling our name. And that's why you're being called to go on this trip. That's why you've been put in this position and given this opportunity, because something had to die. And I don't know if that is literally, and if it is, my condolences. I don't know if that's figuratively. I don't know if your ego had to die, or your ambition, or your something had to die in order to pave the way for this new thing on the horizon for you, beginning in February, leading on for the rest of the year. Whatever this thing was last year really, really, really broke your heart. It really broke your heart. It really destroyed you. But I would say the third week of February, you will start to feel healing. So you will start to feel your inner self and your external world start to slowly get in sync of healing, which is lovely. We love this for you. And by the end of the month, you're going to become the badass that you are. You're just going to be like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm done crying. The thing happened. I graduated. I got promoted. I got the job, or whatever it is. And I processed it. And now we need to buckle up, Buttercup, and take forth and carry on. So I do have a feeling that by the end of February, you will truly, fully be ready to take the reins on this chariot, to fly the plane, to steer the boat, whatever it is that you have going on. That was the opportunity for you. Definitely by the end of the month, very big, bold energy, very confident energy that going forth, things are going to work out just fine for you. Let's get you some affirmation cards. All right, Spirit, what we got? We got playful. We have boundaries. We have my success. And we have my... So the first week of February, I'm actually going to start with my critic. I think when this thing happened last year, right? Oh, actually, sorry. Let me talk about the other group that this thing... if you don't pay attention, I don't think I really need to explain to you what will happen if you don't take heed of this advice. If you don't pause for the cause for just a couple more seconds, couple more minutes, couple more hours, weeks, or, I wouldn't say months. I'm not getting months. I'm getting weeks is the longest. This is not going to be a fun time for you. I'm just going to be honest with you. This is not going to be a fun time for you. You are not going to find this first 3 weeks of February to be quite pleasant. You will be forced. and I'm noticing a theme for all the zodiac signs is the universe in 2025 is giving everyone the opportunity to choose. You can either be proactive on how you want this to go, or you can be reactive if you leave it to the universe and you ignore the signs, the symbols, and your intuition on what you know you're supposed to be doing. It's just that point blank. I just want to say that really quickly before I moved on. Now, for everyone, the first week of February is you're going to be doing a lot of self-critiquing. Am I really actually ready? Do I actually really know enough? Is this going to work out well? I need you to be quiet. I need you to take that part of your brain like a radio dial, and I just need you to turn the dial down to mute. Click mute, pause. I need you to not, don't go there. I need you to not give that critic your negative information, because it's going to make you spiral. And I know you Capricorns, surprisingly enough, are also perfectionists, but they are more like craftsmen than perfectionists. You guys want to craft something really well, and one of the biggest things you love crafting is yourself. On that same note though, I don't think critique is wrong. So I think if the criticism you are getting or the critiquing you are doing internally is actually in a healthy spectrum of just holding you accountable to double check your facts, aka taking that extra 30 seconds to slow down before you pump your, before you hit the gas, I think that's okay. And I think that's what you're figuring out in the first week of February is, am I critiquing myself unnecessarily, or is this a sign that's calling me to slow down a little bit and just double check stuff? Not a problem. Have no problem with that. Second week of February, we got boundaries. I do think that, again, you've been grinding for so long that you have literally ignored so much. You're just slightly dazed and confused and a little bit out of touch with the realm. Part of the reason why you need to slow down and pump your brakes is you need to ask yourself again, what are your boundaries? What are you going to do and not do? What are you going to allow and not allow? Because that's going to be your roadmap when your physical roadmap leaves you. If your physical roadmap burns up, flies out the window, and you no longer have that to steer you in this, like on this new path, your boundaries will get you there. Your intuition will get you there. And those two combined, they'll make you a new map. You'll be able to navigate this new thing without feeling like you need to have an actual map to rely on. For the third week of February, we have playful. Again, I think you guys are healing. And I think part of that healing is doing playfulness things with like what we see here in the rainbow, maybe even tapping into some video games with our technology. Do something playful that third week, or for the first 3 months, the first 3 weeks of February, I think you are getting permission to be more playful. And then lastly, we have my success. That's it. I'm not going to romanticize this. By the end of this month, you will be donning your crown of success and embarking on a new journey of ruling your realm, or whatever this opportunity is that you get. So we have, I am my own critic. Though this is not innately a bad thing, I will strive to be kinder to myself and graciously accept my own constructive feedback. This will allow continued growth in all aspects of my life. Boundaries. Healthy boundaries keep my energy safe and allow me to live as my truest self. I deserve people in my life who love me and care about my limits and comforts, so those who respect my boundaries will receive my time. Playful. Most outgrow certain behaviors from childhood, but I give myself permission to cherish my curiosity and wonder. To find magic in the mundane is a spectacular power. The world is not all black and white, for there is color everywhere. Oh, and I love that. Come on now. There's all the colors in the rainbow. I love this. I think when you see rainbows, guys, it is reminding you to do playful things. I know Capricorn and the word playful is like a foreign concept to you guys, but trust me, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Go figure out what your playful thing is. And lastly, we have, I define my own success in life. Some people want money, others want happiness. My definition of success is what I intentionally choose. I will roll up my sleeves and ponder what success means to me, then work hard to reach those goals. Yes, that's literally the energy of the King of Wands that we have at the end of the month for you. And I really, really do love this. What a great way to end the month. I love this. Okay, let's get you some empowerment, especially for those of you who at the beginning are having this little bit of insecurity where you got to call upon your bear. Smoke of sage. Point blank, sage yourself, sage your home, sage your space. I'm also hearing when you get into a new Wherever your work or education environment is, I'm not telling you to bring sage and burn it, because most things you cannot burn sage. Like I can't imagine somebody burning sage in a cockpit. But you guys can go out and buy like Florida water, Palo Santo water, sage water, moon water. If you can find these saging herbal essences in a bottle form, I would highly recommend bringing that with you, because I am being told that before you do your first task, the first day of the job or the first day of school, you need to physically sage the space that you're going to be working in. You need to clear that space away. You need to clean that space away. You need to clean the space away, because one, you don't know who was there before you. You don't know what remnants of energy they left behind. And no offense, fuck that, Capricorn. You've worked a really, really long time to have a clean slate, and I'm here for it. So don't be letting, don't be just sitting down and taking off just because you're excited and you're desperate and you're tired to get there. Prep the space for you the way that you deserve to be able to start this new chapter. And then we have embrace divinity. I butchered that, but we're just going to roll with it. I literally feel, again, that this is calling to your intuition. You are literally being asked to pause for the cause and tap into your third eye chakra, tap into your crown chakra before you take off on this journey, and be okay with that. Embrace it. Make it part of your daily routine. Come on, Capricorn, you're all about routines and structures. This is not going to be a problem. This is literally intuitive, quote, like, no pun intended, but like, just mold this into your life. It's absolutely fine. I am hearing questions from some of you Capricorns on like, well, what do I do to open up my crown chakra or activate my third eye? There's a lot of things you can do. You're doing it already with this reading. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here. I'm hearing expose yourself to mystical things. So go to a crystal shop, and if you're attracted to a certain crystal, don't question it. Just pick it up, buy it, and then ask the person, what does this crystal mean? You might creep yourself out with how accurate you pick something up that was based off of your intuition. Let yourself go to the places that are calling you. Buy the things that you want to do. And I want to be clear. I'm not telling you to just callously behave. And you guys are kind of not like that. You guys are some of the most intentional people that I know. But be intentional about allowing yourself to flow. There we go. That's it. It's just that simple. Smoke of sage. I am pure. The sweet smoke of sage purifies me. I am spiritually aware of the divine wisdom that surrounds me. I clear the air of conflict, and I trust my healing intuition. Look at that. Look at that. For those of you who are asking that question about, how do I activate my intuition? There you go. You just got one way. You can literally start with that clean and purge sage, burn incense, and then do anything else that intuitively calls to you. I am a loved child of divinity. Reality is a love story written for me. I sit silently and experience the loving embrace from my eternal mother. I store up the words of affirmation of my ageless father. The tender words that spoke my consciousness into existence become me. I love this. Love, 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 love. All right, what's another theme that you guys can work on this month? Not even getting a shuffle. We have create. I love that. I love that. For those of you that were asking, what are other ways that I can activate my skills? Let's see what else we got. We have abundance. I'm gonna leave it at that, actually. Spirit said stop. So another way that you guys can help tap into this intuition that you have is be creative. Again, another construct and another concept that sometimes can feel a little bit foreign to Capricorn. But Capricorn, creativity doesn't necessarily have to be Bob Ross paintings and crocheting. I mean, some of you really love that, or some of you secretly really love that, but you're too scared to try it. Try it, by the way. I'm rooting for you. Here is your Pisces friend. I'm rooting for you. However, you can be creative in how you approach, how you invest in the stock market. How you can be creative in figuring out Bitcoin. There are so many other ways that you can be creative. Find a way that creativity and what you naturally are gifted at come together. And you will find that your intuitive gifts and your intuition will be activated this way. And this is being affirmed. Oh my gosh. And this is being affirmed in the abundance card. The more you create, the more abundant it will become clear to you. Meaning, the more that you tap into the intuition before you take off, the more the universe will reflect that in abundance to you, giving you more confidence, giving you more happiness, giving you more joy to feel good about the next step in the next chapter. I love that. I'm also being told for some of you to plant food. For a small portion of you Capricorns, especially if any of you are into gardening, which you should be because it's an earth sign, like it's a really good earth sign, actually, you'd be really good at it. But I am being told that gardening is a big deal. There's something about gardening that's actually going to be really, really wonderful for you that month. It's also going to be very healing for you. It's a very creative thing to do. It's a control thing to do. Yeah, I would actually advise all of you Capricorns to get into planting something this February and this year. Love that for you. All right, let's end the reading off with a golden mantra card. Ooh, bottom of the deck. Didn't even have to shuffle. Everything I touch turns into gold and invites lasting abundance into my life. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Spirit is not letting me pull any other cards. Look at this. Abundance, abundance. My success was just abundance, abundance, abundance. I love this for you. So Capricorns, those of you who are the ones that get it, you guys are going to pause for the cause. I have full faith in you. The ones of you that want to blow me off and F around and find out, I've already warned you on the universe they're going to force you to do that, and it's not going to be fun. So I really do hope you take heed of this reading to just be proactive. Just pause. Get in touch with your mystical self. Get in touch with your spiritual self. Get in touch with your woo-woo self, your creative self. I'm not telling you you have to be this way the entire rest of the year or for the rest of your life. And if you like it, great. I only love it more. But I am telling you to give it a try. Give it a try for 30 seconds. Tap a singing bowl. You never know. You might like it. Go get you a crystal. You might like it. But yeah, that is it. That's what I got for you. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for being here today with me. Oh my God, I'm just so excited for everybody, including you. I kind of have a soft spot for Capricorns and Scorpios because you guys just y'all be going through it. Y'all be going through it. I love seeing when you guys get beautiful readings. I really, really do. I hope this reading resonated with you. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I love you. Mwah! Goodbye.